gentlemen, once again, will all Warrior alumni please report to the St. Michael statue by the scoreboard underneath the American flag? All Warrior alumni, please report to the St. Michael statue by the scoreboard underneath the American flag.
Joey, 3 minutes later, man. Watch it all. Because I don't know how well it'll pick up on these. The other day, like it was picking up. Just understand it can get picked up for whatever you're talking about. It could get picked up for.
Louisiana High School Athletic Association and St. Michael the Archangel High School promote good sportsmanship by players, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the stadium.
Good evening, Warrior fans, and welcome to the campus of St. Michael High School for tonight's Week 2 game between the visiting Terra Trojans and your St. Michael Warriors. Tonight we have the opening of the regular season for Warrior Stadium and the opening of 6-4A district play as the Warriors are taking on the Trojans. Thanks for joining us here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. I am Coach Craig Saylor, voice of Warrior Athletics, and joining me again for year number 5 is former Warrior quarterback Jeff Vaquero, class of 2015. Jeff, Week 1 is in the books, and now it's time for Week 2 of Friday Night Lights. And I bet you did not think 14 years ago when you were a wee pup as a freshman that we'd be sitting right here in our own on-campus stadium.
Yeah, Coach, you're exactly right. And, man, this has been a long day coming, something that you and I have been dreaming about, especially the last 3 or 4 years since we started hearing rumblings that something like this would be possible. And, man, it felt surreal to get here this afternoon. And all day when I woke up, I kind of had chills walking around. I can't believe this is real life. And so really excited to be out here. The energy around campus has been great. We got the alumni tailgate going on. I got to walk the field a little bit. And I'll tell you what, Coach, the field is a little bit higher quality than back when we were running around in all those dirt holes out there on the old practice field. So really looking forward to seeing the Warriors come out here tonight, kicking off in district play, and an opportunity to obviously play, a district rival and start out 1-0 in district and 2-0 in the year. So really exciting and looking forward to seeing all the festivities we've got planned for this alumni game. And, yeah, Coach, just wouldn't rather be anywhere else on earth.
I mean, look, this is a really, really exciting time for the school and the school community. We got a bunch of alumni here. I'm looking over there where the alumni are gathered down by the Warrior Walk, where the team will walk down by the St. Michael statue. There's quite a few over there, and I think they're really excited about it. I think the stands are getting pretty packed here. I think we'll have a very good student contingent out here, and I look forward to an exciting game. And so let's take a look back at Week 1, 41-21 victory versus Episcopal. Little bit of a controversy at the end, but we're not really going to talk much about that. It's a 20-point win, great, solid all-around game. You beat a quality opponent. You scored 41 points on offense against a pretty good football team. You had 258 yards rushing, added another 90 passing. I know we talked about this quite a bit on the broadcast last week, but the offensive line and the run game looked great. Nathan Contine, 17 carries for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. Romero, 13 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Boogie at quarterback had another 6 carries for another 63 yards. And CJ from the wide receiver position doing a lot of jet sweeps had 6 carries for 41 yards. 3 guys over 60 yards is great. 3 guys over 60 yards is just a fantastic effort for your run game and to come out in Week 1. I know we talked about this, and you can speak more on this, but Boogie looked poised and in command of the offense. He was 6 of 10 for 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Both McCarty and Willett had a touchdown catch.
Yeah, and Coach, just to touch on before we get to the Boogie aspect of that, just to touch on the run game and the offensive line. I mean, that was something that had us shocked. Last Saturday I got a text from you while we're watching college football, kind of showing the stat sheet from the previous week, and man, to have 3 ball carriers in the 60-yard range on the ground, really, really impressive. And that just goes to show you that's not just having, we have plenty of talent that can carry the football, but that just goes to show you that's not just one talent taking you all the way. That's an offensive line creating holes. Your entire offense working together. Your offensive coordinator, your fifth-year offensive coordinator, and Blake Kling, really scheming together some really good-looking running plays. And then, secondly, we'll go to Boogie here. Boogie looked extremely poised, extremely in command, like you said. 6 of 10, 90 yards, 2 touchdown passes. And, Coach, one of the things that I talked about post-game when we were walking out of the stadium at Episcopal, I went over to Coach Kling and said, Coach, Boogie looked good tonight. And in particular, I talked about the backside post, which I think was the last touchdown that he threw at the end of the game. And he said, Coach, you want to know what's the best part of that? That was the last read. Boogie worked his way through 4-read progression to find the backside post on a touchdown. Beautifully placed ball. Again, I've said it 10 times this year, 15-year-old quarterback.
Could a sophomore Jeff Vaccaro do that?
Absolutely not. I'd have been going through, Coach, and if my first read's not there, oh no, it's time to tuck and run.
Go, baby. Yeah, man.
So,
look, you're not giving yourself enough credit. But no, look.
But what we did talk about last week, though, Coach, Boogie's got legs. It's so often, especially when you talk about young quarterbacks, that's that innate nature. They say, well, my first read's not there. Oh no, I need to tuck the ball and run. Boogie can run better than any quarterback that I've seen at this school, and that just goes to show you he is a very competent passer and game manager and all of these things. For him to get that deep into a progression and say, no, I'm gonna look at every single read that I've got on the field, and then I'll fall back as my 5th read to run the football. I think that's really, really promising that that's his instincts this early in his career.
Oh, I mean, it's just it's just something that he's only gonna be able to build on and progress on and get much better at. Great tone setter for the year. Defense, they forced 3 turnovers. We raved about that. 2 fumble recoveries, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and an INT. It was a little bit of a bend but don't break. We gave up 1 really just big play, and that was right before the half. And I know the coaches kind of sat down and sort of talked about sort of what went wrong right there and kind of how they were going to fix that. And that's just one of those kind of fluky type plays. So it wasn't something that we really have to wasn't a big problem in game 1. CJ Levingston had 2 forced fumble recoveries and an interception to earn himself the Advocate Player of the Week.
Yeah, and that's really, really impressive. Obviously, anytime you're talking about the Advocate Player of the Week, that's all of the metro area, and that's not just Division 6 4A.
He was going up against some guys that had some nice numbers too.
Exactly. I mean, he was going up against guys that had respectable stat lines, and so for him to be recognized on that level, obviously, anytime you produce 3 turnovers in a game, you're going to be in that conversation. But yeah, man, I mean, just really, really excited about the way that CJ has played early in this season, and overall the way that our defense is shaking out to look.
So, Tara, to be honest with you, we don't know a whole lot about him. We did not get a roster at all this week, so we're just going to kind of wing it here on just some numbers. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to sort of recognize those young men out there. But they lost 50-6 last week to Baker. Very small roster of right about 30 players, maybe a few more, give or take. Just not really sound in many of the phases of the game. I watched a little bit of the tape. They gave up a lot of big plays. They turned the ball over a lot of special teams breakdowns. But the thing about it is a team like Tara, they have enough athletes that if you give them an opening or if you are undisciplined on a play or you take the wrong angle or breakdown in coverage, whatever you want to say, they can score.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got athletes all over the field, and exactly like you said, Coach, all it takes is one busted coverage, one guy to break loose, and that's 6 points on the board for the other team. So you're exactly right. This is this is one of those trap games. I hate saying trap games, but it is.
Yep.
This is one of those teams. I don't know if you remember back in, I think that was in 2013. We actually lost to Terra 14-13 in a game that, you know, if they had Vegas lines on high school football, we were probably a 40-point favorite going into. That just goes to show you gotta come out here, and it's still about the 48 minutes of gameplay that you've got on the clock. You've got to come out here and win this game. It's not just, oh, on paper we're supposed to win this, chalk up the W. You got to come out here and play 48 minutes of football.
Yeah, and so for St. Michael, the biggest thing I have here on our pregame analysis is just take care of you. Worry about you. Worry about what you have to do on the field. Your opponent is faceless, they're nameless, their record doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anything about them. You have to worry about what you are supposed to do and execute and run your game plan, run your plays the way they're supposed to be run, block who you're supposed to block, be sound in your defensive technique, and all that kind of stuff. And so the other thing that we have to do is to execute, talking about executing the game plan. But here's another thing you get to do in a game like this, is if you do all those things the way you're supposed to do them, you might be able to get some young guys some experience and be able to work on your depth right here.
Yeah, which is so big. I mean, we are a young team like we talked about. There's not a whole big senior class in front of these guys, but it is so important to get those freshmen and sophomores, some varsity minutes here. I mean, some varsity snaps to be able to see the speed of a varsity game. And you're so right, Coach. This is where, I think it takes 16 quarters of playing time to earn that Letterman jacket. And you're going to have an opportunity here if the starters take care of their job to where a lot of those freshmen and sophomores can potentially stow away 2 or 3 of those quarters over into that column, working towards their first Letterman jacket.
Oh, 100%. And so, we talked about this. So keys to the game today, I think, for the offense, I think it's a lot about limiting the mistakes in critical spots. We work on those things. Don't get broken down in your technique. Don't get broken down in your responsibilities. Just play your responsibility, play your technique, run the play where it's supposed to. Don't try to do something extraordinary. If it's a gain that you can get for 5 yards, take the 5 yards. If it's a tackle that you can make for them only gaining 3 yards, make that tackle. Let them only gain 3 yards. Don't let it turn into a 7-yard play. Those types of things. And then, I kind of looked at this a little bit last week. We didn't really get to it in the pregame, but, is Boogie going to boogie? I think he boogied last week. Let's see if the young man can continue to grow and continue to improve and show that poise and show that command of the offense.
Yeah, really looking forward to watching both of those things. And one thing I wanted to throw in a quick thing, I was watching pregame football for the Thursday night game yesterday, and they showed P.J. Fleck, the head coach from Minnesota, and he brought up one thing that you always circle, going to the defensive keys of the game now, that you always circle as a key to the game, particularly in high school football. But that's tackling. They did a study of what wins a game, and obviously not the normal things about scoring points and all that, but a true study of what are the metrics that you can track that shows the biggest probability of a win. And that one of those was, can you on offense break more than 7 tackles, and if on defense you can miss less than 7 tackles. That was number 2 on their study of since the 1990s across college football. What metric was the biggest indicator of a win? And so you always put tackling as your defensive key to the game. Coach, if that doesn't prove you true, I don't know what does. That was a study run by a head football coach making $6 million a year, and that's what his analysis boiled down to.
I mean, do you think I should get a little bit of royalties on that or something?
I think Coach Fleck owes you
I think he does, a little
$20,000 kickback.
Look,
I'll take
year, 1%. 1% is fine with me. Anybody knows Coach Fleck, reach out to him, tell him I'm here down in Baton Rouge. You've
been
send
on
the
to
check
this
to
for
me.
a while.
Yeah, man, I've been talking about this for a while. But the other thing, just force turnovers. That's another thing. Just get you an opportunity to force the turnovers. Don't let them sustain drives. Get the ball back, score, and then that'll allow you to get those young guys in there and work on that depth, like we said. But we're just about a few minutes away from getting started here. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. We'll be back. right, so the team has now made it down, getting ready to
Welcome to Warrior Stadium, home of the Warriors. Please take your attention to the big screen.
St. Michael High School. St. Michael. St. Michael.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
And here come your St. Michael Warriors to the field. That was a great little production there from Coach Leger to get the little intro video to the run out. Love it, man. That's awesome to be able to do at your own place, man. It's great.
I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I'm just living in La La Land, Coach.
You are geeking out up here,
Yeah,
man.
I am.
It's awesome.
I am.
Look, I love it too. That is absolutely just fantastic for these guys and for the school community. Warriors going with the basically the black on black look here tonight with the red shoulders, that red stripe down the side, pairs over there, and their whites. They got the yellow numbers, Coach. So I don't know that we're gonna.
It's gonna be a tough call.
Have a whole lot of success looking for numbers and whatnot, but we'll do our best. Here are your captains for your Warriors. Number 1, CJ Levingston. Number 5, Nathan Contine. And number 8, Damian Willett. We will now stand for the the prayer and the national anthem. So we'll be back.
As the Warrior Band, under the direction of Dr. Kevin Avery, perform our national anthem.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Holy God, we stand before you tonight, soon to begin this new sports game. Grant us here the grace to foster respect and sportsmanship towards one another. Protect the hearts and bodies of all who gather here, and especially over our Warrior family and the teams playing tonight. Grace them with your presence, in which they may find courage, fortitude, and resilience. Whether in victory or in defeat, may we give you all the glory. St. Michael, pray for us. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
All right, that was the big red band from Warrior Land with the national anthem. Emma Perrion on the pregame prayer. Again, captains for your Warriors. Number 1, C.J. Levingston. Number 5, Nathan Contine. Number 8, Damian Willett. And number 52, Daniel Johnston. Referees waiting for captains to make their way.
Number 73, number 3, and number 7. And captains for your St. Michael Warriors. Number 52, Daniel Johnson. Number 1, C.J. Livingston. Number 5, Nathan Conti. And number 8, Damian Willett.
All right, the toss. We need to take some odds on like what we think the heads or tails here at some point and see what kind of percentage we get at the end of the year. Tails never fails.
That's right.
It's just where I'm at.
We should work on getting a grant to get the refs stadium mic.
Oh man, beautiful, beautiful. I have a comment about that, but I'm gonna hold it to myself.
Yeah.
You know, one of those things your mom said. You don't have something nice to say. Don't say anything
say
at
it
all.
at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If my mom's listening, she taught me something.
We got the chat early tonight. Mr. Jamie LeBlanc says, "Go Warriors."
Oh yeah,
That's
getting
right.
started early.
Yes, indeed.
We were very active in the chat last week with
We
a lot
were.
of you podnas showing up in the
Yep.
chat.
Yep.
A lot of the class of 2015 popping up in there. Hopefully they
We got
they
a lot of
tune
them
in
at the
again.
game today.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Warriors win the toss. They are going to defer.
Warriors have won the toss and elect to defer.
So they will kick off, and it looks like they're going to kick off to the west end zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, after
Be defending the
41 years, we are finally here. Friday Night Lights.
41 years, Jeff. Finally here. Yep. Friday Night Lights on the campus of St. Michael.
Players are ready.
It's awesome.
The coaches are ready. The officials are ready. Warrior fans, make some noise if you are ready.
All right, it looks like it'll be our normal kickoff guy. It'll be Ben Jones set to put boot to ball here in just a minute. Back deep for Tara. Looks like number 1 is back there. Number 2, and I can't. Is that number 7 in the middle, Coach? I think so.
It is.
That's number 7 in the middle.
I'll run over in the first commercial break here to the Terra coach's office, see if they've got a
Kicking off
roster.
for the Warriors, number 26.
It might be a feudal
Yeah.
little mission,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tara brought their band, man. Look.
Yes, indeed.
They're marching in on that west side on the track over there with their dancers. Coach, they might have more dancers than they do have football players.
Yeah.
Close to it. All right. Ben Jones has it teed up, and we are ready to kick it off after 41 years here on the campus of St. Michael the Archangel. And a line drive kick. That's going to take a roll down. Fielded by number 1, and Champ Williams on the kickoff team. Champ just coming down and laying a nice hit on the
Coach.
kickoff.
Having a kid that's 6'3", what do you think Champ weighs, 225?
Yeah, maybe.
That can run like that?
He's your D tackle, and he was the first guy down on the kickoff team.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So starting out there for the Warriors at defensive end, you got number 7 Jackson Sampson, number 82 Jude Sherwood inside, number 77 Noah Bourgeois, number 90 Champ Williams, your inside backers, number 39 Kyle Prohaska, and number 52 Daniel Johnson. Your outside backers, number 9 Quinn Wyndham and number 17 Cody Doming. Your secondary at corners, 23 Hayden East, 1 CJ Livingston. Your free safeties, number 13 Seth Darsom. There'll be 2 receivers each side for Tara. He's going to just heave it down the sideline. They look like they were running the switch goes out there. Good coverage by Cody Doming.
Great coverage there. Just stayed on his inside hip the whole way and forces the incompletion.
Yeah, really, really nice coverage. You know, No confusion in the coverage. They stuck with their guy and were able to successfully defend that pass.
They're going to just run like a QB sweep here around the right side of the line.
And there's that Darsom hits him hard out of bounds.
Seth Darsom on the stop. Assisted by Dolan. All right, Warrior fans, it's third down.
All right, big third down. Third and about 9. That's what we're looking at. 3rd and 8, says the scoreboard. And ball looks like it's spotted at the 20. They need the 28-yard line, so 3rd and 8. And whistles. There's an incomplete pass. I think we're going to have some motion. That's going to be on them. It's going to put them back 5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 13 for Tara to get started. Not exactly the start you want if you are Tara, but exactly the start you want if you're St. Michael.
Absolutely. And I know that play was called dead there, but number 39, Kyle Prohaska, in the vicinity there, had a good game last week. Prohaska did. So
oh yeah.
Looking forward to see if he can come out and continue the progress.
Yeah, got a tight formation here. 2 receivers to the near side. They're just gonna run all the way down the field, and they're gonna try to sling it, and it's a complete pass. That's enough for a first down. A flag way in the backfield. It's probably going to be a hold. I would imagine.
Think they got a piece of Sampson there, who's your near side defensive end, number 7.
Yeah,
kind of tried to do a swim underneath and then got held up by the guard.
Yeah, definitely going to not be any kind of roughing or anything like that call because the quarterback had rolled all the way out towards the numbers. Yeah, it's going to be a holding. That's going to back them up another significant amount all the way back to the, I think at the 8-yard line. So that's going to be 3rd and 20. So about a 7-yard penalty. That'll be half the distance to the goal. And let's give them 3rd and 21 from back at the 7. Same formation. Low snap. Got pressure. Safety, baby. Safety. Look at that. Sampson on the sack. Assisted by Noah Bourgeois as well. But Sampson grabbed him, took him down for the safety. And we'll take that. First safety we've had in a little while. They had 1 or 2 last year, but it's been a little while. So 10:41 to go here in the first quarter. It's 2-0. Great way to get it started. So we'll take a brief timeout. Come back for the free kick.
For the Warriors, number 15, Gavin Romero, and number 19, Alex Mayu.
At StreamPay, we believe payroll is more than just numbers. It's about people. When you partner with us, you always know who you're working with. Real experts and real support. No call centers, no confusion. Just a trusted partner invested in your success. StreamPay. Payroll made personal.
All right, we are back. It'll be number 24 set to free kick it. I do think the return men are a little bit deep.
Coach, at halftime, I did, for a little bit of a break in action here, I did decide I'm going to go out there and review Warrior concessions.
Okay.
They do have Kona Ice today.
Okay.
They have a nice-looking pistachio flavor.
All right. I'll be interested to see what your review is.
It's coming.
We'll wait for halftime. Romero fields it, gets past the 50, going to come all the way to the near side. He's going to try to outrun a Trojan, and he does. And let's see if they're going to – nope, I thought the referee right here – yep, he just threw one. I don't know if that's going to be a late hit. Romero takes it all the way down to – so they're going to mark him at the 25. They're going to get Tara for some kind of post-play penalty, it looks like, as Coach Leger is happy. He kind of clapped his hands when he asked the referee kind of what he was going to call.
And, Coach, great return there by Romero, working his way all the way across the field. But what got him the last 10 yards at the end right there was number 32, sophomore Zane Edwards, kind of crossing back around and was able to get a good-looking block in there, was able to free up Romero for the last 10 yards.
One of the referees is pointing back towards where Romero fielded that ball. I don't know if he's saying he was out of bounds. A block in the back for the Warriors. Then he got a personal foul unsportsmanlike on Tara. So I believe that's a dead ball. So they may end up. Yeah, they got a block in the back, way back at the 48-yard line of the Trojans. Now they're going to mark off that 15 yards. And it'll be first down for the Warriors at the 34-yard line.
Warriors will take over from the Terra Trojan
14-yard penalty, Coach.
Yep.
First down.
All right.
Yep.
Anyway.
It's interesting.
So first down, Warriors at the – oh, there we go. They moved to the 33.
Okay.
They went to the 33. 33-yard line. First down, Warriors. It'll be number 3, Boogie Levinson at quarterback.
Coach, who's running our special teams unit this year? Is that
Coach Leger again.
Yeah.
Yep. I think they caught a block in the back at the beginning of that.
Some miscommunication there from Taro.
Toss. There's an unblocked guy out here, but Contine slips a tackle and then gets taken down out of bounds.
Nathan Contine on the carry.
He picks up about 6 yards out to the 17-yard line. Second in about 4. Warriors working fast. They're going to hand off Contine. A lot of room. 10, 5, touchdown, Warriors. 2 plays, touchdown. 33 yards from Contine on that drive. He took the first play, then the second play, and that was a nice run there from Contine.
We got the light show going here at Warrior Stadium.
Yeah, love it, man. Love it.
And, Coach, another thing, I don't know if they're going to reach in this bag unless they need it, but Tara is struggling just 2 plays in to adjust to that trips look at the top of the screen.
They're really confused. So Ben Jones on to add the point after. Snap, hold, placement. He's good. So with 9:51 left to go here in the first quarter, Warriors 9, Trojans 0. We'll be back.
Welcome to Grounds Crew, a locally owned landscape company that makes your outdoor dreams come to life. Whether you need your lawn looking its best, want to create a stunning garden oasis, or just dreaming of the perfect outdoor play area, we've got you covered. Looking for more privacy and security? We offer professional fence installations to frame and protect your outdoor space. Looking for more sitting area for the family? We install custom patios to meet your expectations. At Grounds Crew, we specialize in landscaping, fencing, lighting, maintenance, and more. It's time to elevate your outdoor experience. Call us today at 225-333-85.
All right, Jones kick all the way down to about the 2-yard line, and another good coverage.
Cody Doming.
Yeah, Doming rode the number 1 out of bounds at about the. Let's see where they're going to mark it. Yeah, 18-yard line. So first down, Trojans from that spot where he got rode out of bounds. All right, Tara, 2x2 again. That's what they stayed in the whole time. They're going to throw the wheel again. That time was not covered. That receiver was wide open. Doming and Prohaska talking to each other. Was there a little pick set over there, Coach? I couldn't tell.
I'm looking at it here on the replay screen. No, it really wasn't.
No, it was the back.
Slants.
It was
Yeah,
the back.
It was the back.
It was the back that came out. They were in a man-to-man, and Prohaska just could not get out there. It was a virtual pick play.
Yeah, well designed.
Man, he had him wide open, just flat missed him. Did they go back to that? They got a bunch. This way now they just run a quarterback sweep. Nice job knifing through the blocks. That was Prohaska. Good job by Prohaska to read that. He just slipped right through a little gap of a couple blockers and made that tackle. Loss of about 3. That's back to the 15-yard line, 3rd and 13.
Good job of your whole Warrior front there, kind of shoving that outside, and then, like you said, Prohaska just picking his way through that Trojans front, finding his way into the backfield.
Yeah, they did a good job of not giving up that edge, and finally you had that little inside-out pursuit, which is what you love to see from your inside backers on that stretch play. So 2x2 again. They're gonna run the go route, and that's gonna be flags all over the place. Hayden East, he got in a panic mode there and just was about to get run by, and he just sort of reached out, and probably the best outcome right there. Yeah. Just reach out, grab them, don't let them get by you, and
take the 15
take
yards.
The 15, and better than a touchdown. So that'll be 15-yard penalty. That'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Yep, at the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 20.
That'll be enough for a Trojan first down. Ball will be placed on the
Tara's going to some plays that are working. They're running a lot of switch releases on this man-to-man, confusing the coverage just a little bit. And there's a little bit of a quarterback draw. He got the outside, and he's going to pick up a good 8 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8, 2nd down, 2 to gain.
So 2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line. They need the 40 for the first down. Deep shotgun now. I think a different quarterback. He throws up a wounded duck. Prohaska picks it off. Interception from Prohaska.
There's Prohaska. Really good-looking series by Prohaska there.
Coach, if I'm Tara, I take that little wrinkle and I never run it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
That had no shot.
Yeah.
No
86
shot.
That one.
Yeah, and so it'll be another turnover. That'll be first down. Warriors at the 50-yard line.
Warriors will take over from the 50-yard line, where it will be first down.
Warriors look good in that first offensive series. Again, only 2 plays, but let's see if we can pick up where we left off here. Going to kind of that.
Yeah, you got Willett in the. Now, this is a little bit of a new wrinkle here,
yeah,
Coach. You got a couple wings
formation
with Willett as kind of stacked behind one of the wings. Hadn't seen this before. A little bit. Coach Kling diving deep into the playbook.
Yeah, and that's McCarty out wide at the bottom of your screen. Livingston, Boyles kind of behind your tackles there. And like you said, Willett kind of split out behind Boyles.
Conversation between the White Hat and Tara's coach. And now they're going to shift into the bunch. And they're going to actually shift into a little diamond formation out there.
With only 3 in coverage. Good
Toss
read.
it out to Contine, wide open. He cuts all the way back across the field.
Go ahead,
30,
fella.
20, 10, 5, touchdown. Warriors, 50-yard touchdown pass.
And there's Contine doing it through the air and on the ground. And yeah, that was a really good-looking wrinkle. Like you said, they shifted into kind of a quads diamond look up at the top of the screen. Tara thinks that they're getting a trips look, only sends 3 up there in coverage. The immediate read for Boogie is throw the look, throw the now screen. You've got numbers to that side, and Contine just doing the rest. Great looking wrinkle.
Fantastic looking. All right, Ben Jones going to line it up. Kick is up. And it is good. With 7:29 left to go here in the first half. Your score, Warriors 16, Trojans 0. We'll be back. All right, we are back. So 16-0 Warriors, 3 offensive plays.
Yep.
I'd say that's pretty good.
That's pretty.
Your defense has a safety and a turnover, and that right through the return man's hands, and he's going to have some room out here. That actually kind of worked out to his favor. That was number 30, Ty Graves, who made the tackle. That's one of those things where that does tend to work out in the favor sometimes of the return guys, where it just kind of throws off the timing of the kick coverage.
Yeah,
we got
and
a
a lot
flag
of
down
times
here.
it's some of your younger guys out there on kick coverage, and you see that ball hit the turf, and you kind of lose track of your lane assignment there a little bit, trying to make a big play, and sometimes that can happen.
We got a penalty. Like a block in the back or a hold there for from Tara. That'll put them back 10 all the way to the 22-yard line. So first down, Tara. And cutting through some tackles.
Yeah, and Sampson with an opportunity there to have a tackle for a loss, and he kind of comes up short there, immediately hits himself in the helmet, knows he let one get away there.
Snap, they're going to run the sweep again with the quarterback blocking. There's going to be a block in the back or hold. A flag came down right about the 25-yard line. Like Aiden Horton checked in at defensive tackle. And referees are talking about it, waiting on the white hat here. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty. Didn't get the actual what the penalty was. But it'll back them up all the way to the 15-yard line. Looking at about a second and 18, yeah. Give them second and 18. Another bunch this way. They're going to run the sweep to the wide side again. Good job by Ethan Sutton there. He kind of spun off of a block. Sutton, who just checked in, spun off that block and pursued. Got to the quarterback on that sweep again.
Yeah, that was a great play by Sutton there to get free and make a play. Sutton, you know, one of these younger guys on the team that's very fast, very quick, accelerates very quickly, showing that speed off there, not letting him get to the edge.
Yeah, really nicely done. That'll be – they're going to give him no gain on that. They're going to spot it still at the 15-yard line. Third down and 18.
All right, now it's time for that Warrior defensive front to pin those ears back and go get the quarterback. Obvious passing down situation, you would assume.
2-by-2. You know, just heave it up down the sideline. Hayden East was on coverage. Coach.
He had an opportunity to get called for another PI there.
He also had the opportunity, if he turned his head around, to pick that off.
Yeah. I think he just kind of lost it up. It was kind of a high floating duck there. Kind of lost it up in the stars over here on Monitor Avenue.
Maybe it's the lights, Coach.
Yep.
It's the lights. So big third down stop for the Warriors. It's going to force a punt. They'll put number, I think that's 24, back to punt. Coming back to receive is going to be Alex Mayu. And the punt comes to the near side. Kind of a awkward spiral that's going to roll all the way down to the Trojan 45, and that's where the Warriors will take over first down. So we'll be back. This is Warrior Broadcast Network.
Is down at the 45-yard line. And it'll be first down, Warriors. But not before our hydration timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, a special thank you to one of our scoreboard sponsors, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola. Get a cold Coke product and experience the real magic. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola.
Mark your calendars for Tuesday, October 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. It is the St. Michael High School Open House. Come tour our campus, meet our faculty and students, and see everything St. Michael has to offer. If you know a future Warrior, this is the perfect time to experience the spirit of our school community. Don't miss out. All right, we are back, and we also had the hydration timeout at that point, so we got that one out of the way at the 6-minute mark. Boogie in the shotgun, going to run the option, tosses it back. Romero got a lot of room, crosses the 30, cuts back all the way. Going to get down to about the 15-yard line. Nope, they're going to give him the 13-yard line. 27-yard run right there from Romero.
Yeah, just a speed option out here to the bottom of your screen, and Boogie gets the pitch out a little bit behind Romero. Good job of corralling that thing in and then making a big play out of it.
Yeah, we saw that last week, but run to Willett a couple of times as the receiver. Romero cuts Crosses the 10, spins down to the 9-yard line. That was a first down Warriors just a second ago. Romero picks up 4. 2nd and 6 is what we're looking at. Warriors staying in that 3-by-1 set. That's what Coach Leger said. This week is going to be more of a spread out week. Last week was more of a kind of keep it inside. Boogie with a nice pull. He's going to the corner. Gets a block from McCarty. Touchdown, Warriors. 9-yard touchdown run from Boogie. Coach, great job. One of the defensive interior guys beat his man inside, and Boogie saw it and just pulled it. That end crashed down as well, and he just took it in after, again, you know, we talk about this all the time. What makes great runs happen?
Yep.
Those wide receiver blocks.
Yep. On the outside.
You got to have those, and that was a great job there from the wide receiver blocking.
And you're exactly right, Coach. That was a great read by Boogie, kind of feeling that exterior of that defense, those ends and that outside backer suck in a little bit on that give and making the pull, bringing it out to the outside.
That was blocked. One of the Trojans came right through the middle and got the block. So with 4:57 left to go in the first quarter, 22-0. Warriors up. We'll be back. The 36th annual Warrior Golf Classic is happening Monday, November 3rd at Greystone Golf and Country Club. Registration opens at 8:30 a.m. with a 9:30 a.m. shotgun start. Sponsorships are available, so gather your team and come support the Warriors on the green. Log on to smhsbr.org to register today. All right, we are back. 22-0 with still just under 5 minutes left to go in the quarter, Coach. In the quarter.
Warriors look good, both sides of the ball.
Ben puts a good boot into it. Going to be short at the 10. Fielded by number 7. He's got a little alley, but nice job of closing down. Believe that's Darsom and East on the tackle. Coach, it's been one of the things that I've been pleasantly surprised by is we don't have nearly as many guys having to go both ways.
Yeah.
So you still use a couple of your starters on the special teams. It was a point where we had a lot of guys going both ways. So, you know, giving a starter a blow and one of those two-way guys a break on the special teams was kind of a necessity. But now we got guys like East and Darsom out there on special teams.
Yeah,
who do your
defensive starters.
Yeah. And there's the running back, Champ Williams, with another TFL.
Man, Coach.
Back at the 25, Champ showing up.
He's one of those guys, Coach, that we talked about at the scrimmage at the beginning of the year, where he kind of had a quiet night. He was getting used to playing that interior defensive line position. You saw him start to really feel comfortable out there towards the end of the Week 1 matchup against Episcopal, and then early in this game, man, has he shown up.
I think we're going to be talking about Champ.
I think we're going to be talking about Champ a lot.
Good bit. There's some schools out there at the next level that need to be turning their eyes towards Champ, I do believe, as well.
Yep. Inside
handoff. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Going to get a couple. Picks up about 4 out to the 29-yard line. That'll still bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11. McCarty in on defense, making the tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 11. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to try to throw a vertical to the outside here, Coach.
Yeah, I think that's if history has anything to say about that prediction, Coach, I think you're spot on.
I've only seen him run it every single 3rd down, I think. And, you know. Watch, they're going to run an option here. Nope, that ball's going to not even get thrown. The snap rolls back there. Warriors got to stay under the pursuit. They had a receiver, but he comes up a little short on the throw. That was a good little toss as pressure was put on by Sampson and Horton. Sampson took just a little bit of a bad angle there as he was chasing the quarterback as the quarterback was chasing the ball. I think if he would have stayed a little bit to the outside, he probably had a chance to go ahead and make that sack.
Yeah, and 52, Daniel Johnson, one of your captains for tonight. Good job of keeping that pressure on the quarterback, making him, release a ball on the run deep down the field.
Yeah, great job right there by the defense to get him 3 and out again. 24 back there to punt. He got off a pretty decent one last time, Coach.
Yeah, kind of a weird little rugby to the right.
And he does sort of the same thing. Now it's just an end-over-end punt. That thing's going to bounce. That's where you just got to run away from that one. And so that's down all the way to the – they're going to give them – I think the near side referee is going to spot that thing at the 36-yard line. So we'll be back. Be first down Warriors here in just a minute. We'll be back. Warrior Broadcast Network.
Number 74, Douglas Kelly. Number 58, Seth Kimball. Number 63, Gordy Wright. Number 53, Tyler Grove. And number 77, Noah Bourgeois.
I want to take this time to give a big shout-out to our sponsors, Long Law Firm, EBS, Stream Pay, and the Grounds Crew. Thank you for sponsoring us here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. It'll be Romero still in the backfield along with Boogie. And that was balls on the ground.
I think
there was a couple of Terra Trojans that got through there. Boogie looked maybe at the last second like he was trying to pull that, but they had about 3 defenders just come right through almost untouched. And that was a really weird read. They had a guy come off the top side who nobody put a hand on and almost took the hand off himself.
Yeah, and the ball was on the ground for a good 2 seconds before somebody dove on it. Romero just kind of looking around for the football. He knew the ball was on the ground, couldn't find it. It ended up being behind him.
Yeah, so that's a turnover for the Warriors. Ball is at the 32-yard line of the Warriors. Terra will have it first down. First time Terra's been across the 50 tonight. Number 7 in the gun. He's going to run the sweep to the wide side. And good pursuit again by the linebackers. I think that was Prohaska. Took him down for about a 2-yard gain to the 30. And we have an injured Trojan. So we'll take a brief timeout as Coach Reagan Hutchins goes out there to check on the injured Trojan. We'll take a timeout ourselves as the Warrior Broadcast Network. We'll be back. All right, we are back. So 2nd and 8 ball at the 30. Like one of the Trojan linemen was cramping up a little bit there. Terra going now with the 2x2. Inside handoff. Running back going to fall ahead for a couple. Champ Williams again on the tackle. Picked up another 2 yards to the 28, so it'll be 3rd and 6 So this is the first, really kind of pressure moment here for the Warriors. 3rd and 6. Tara has the ball in their in Warrior territory. They got 2 downs to get this. They're going to go for it on 4th down. You're not going to see a field goal attempt. I'm looking at quarterback sweep this way.
Down 22-0 with their best field position of the night.
Oh, they're going to throw the little slant overthrown. Coach, after they switched the back to the wide side, I was almost certain they were going to try to run that sweep this way with the quarterback.
Yeah. Seen it 3 times tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's been about the only successful play that they've had. All right, 4th down and 6. If the Warriors can get a big stop here, get a turnover on downs. Roll out. Sampson in the face of the quarterback. He had his receiver in the hands. Number 3 just could not come up with it. So turnover on downs. It'll be 1st down. Warriors all the way down at their own 28-yard line.
Warriors got some pressure there, forcing him to throw a pass that, he's not necessarily probably feeling that confident in, and ends up hitting his receiver right in the hands and just not able to bring it in.
Yeah, he was open. I don't know. Like Doming maybe got his eyes caught too much in the backfield and didn't get to his zone. All right, here comes the Warrior offense coming back out. They're gonna come out with the bit of a heavier set.
Yeah, Baldwin
Sampson in there and Baldwin. Hadn't really seen them out there. They're gonna shift. Baldwin out in the backfield. Sampson switch sides. Hand off Contine on the sweep. Gives a stiff arm and gets taken down at the 25.
That's Sutton.
Oh, Sutton, correction.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sutton on the carry. And he tried to stiff arm the defender. He got taken down back at the 25, so 2nd and 13.
It was kind of a hybrid of their beef package with the speed backfield.
Yeah. Still Sutton in the backfield, trips to the top. Fake toss.
Nice.
Boogie's got a lot of room.
Nice.
Hits the 40, 50, and he's going to
Business
just
decision.
trot out about. Yeah, that's a great decision by Boogie. There's no need to try to take on that defender right there. Crosses the 45-yard line of the Trojans all the way down to the 42-yard line. Big pickup, 1st down, Warriors, with 49 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter. In some kind of timeout. Timeout Tara, so we'll take a timeout with them as the Warrior Broadcast Network.
Welcome to Grounds Crew, a locally owned landscape company that makes your outdoor dreams come to life. Whether you need your lawn looking its best, want to create a stunning garden oasis, or just dreaming of the perfect outdoor play area, we've got you covered. Looking for more privacy and security? We offer professional fence installations to frame and protect your outdoor space. Looking for more sitting area for the family? We install custom patios to meet your expectations. At Grounds Crew, we specialize in landscaping, fencing, lighting, maintenance, and more. It's time to elevate your outdoor experience. Call us today at 225-333-8582 or visit us at groundscrew.com to schedule your consultation. Grounds Crew, where we make your outdoor space extraordinary.
All right, we are back. Warriors have it. Boogie fakes it again. He's going to take it all the way to the outside, cuts back, crosses the 40. Guys, looks like they're having a little bit of confusion up front with kind of where they want to block. This Tara basically running a 5-2 look. The front is getting a little bit confused as to what down guy they're blocking, and there seems to be an just unblocked dude, and some guys are kind of slipping off their blocks. Toss outside. Sutton gets pulled down. He's going to step out of bounds, short of the 1st down. They went with the toss play that was really successful last week against Episcopal. It's going to be 3rd and about 1. Clock is stopped with 9 seconds left. Handoff. Sutton gets stopped. And there were a couple guys came through. And that is going to do it for the first quarter with your score. Wallias 22, Trojans 0. We'll be back. The 36th Annual Warrior Golf Classic is happening Monday, November 3rd at Greystone Golf and Country Club. Registration opens at 8:30 a.m. with a 9:30 a.m. shotgun start. Sponsorships are available, so gather your team and come support the Warriors on the green. Log on to smhsbr.org to register today. All right, we are back, get the second quarter going, and we're going to get a good old-fashioned, Coach, the old freeze play. Old freeze gets in the jump.
4th and short.
First down, Warriors. Little free first down there, free 5 yards. I'll take it.
That's the Warrior special, Coach.
Yeah, it is. All right, that'll be out to the 28-yard line. Still with Sutton in the backfield. Going back to that. Now they're going to shift. They're going to go
diamond
to
look
that
again.
diamond look with
and
the 4
they're still
receivers.
not covering it right. It's going to be the look screen.
Yep. Sutton. And there's a flag thrown. I don't know what that flag's going to be. Sutton's going to take it down.
And he scored, too.
Into the end zone, but that's going to come back. There's a flag back here at about the 34-yard line. I don't know if there was an illegal shift.
That's what I think they're going to call here.
White Hat is not making a signal on a penalty.
The Warriors are pleading their case with the sideline official here.
It's going to probably be some kind of illegal motion or shift or something. False start on the Warriors. Somebody was moving when they weren't supposed to be, or somebody didn't get set.
I think they're trying to say it was on Noah Bourgeois, and he's like, me?
All right, so a 5-yard penalty will bring it back to the 33-yard line, so 1st and 15. Coach, like you said, they still hadn't adjusted to it, so there's going to be that quick little now screen to the
until they fix it
to the running back who motioned out here. I mean, I might as well just keep going to it until they decide to
do it again.
Yeah, they're going to go to it again. Yep, they're going to shift into it again. Let's see.
They're only sending 3 out.
Nope, now they're sending 4 guys out there. Boogie's going to look to the backside. McCarty has it. 10-5, touchdown, Warriors. Great look right there. That's just Boogie, great job, just pumping, saw it, looked to his backside guy.
That's all that play is it's similar to the swinging gate on special teams. You're shifting out into the quads on one side, single receiver on the other, and then it's a math game. If they honor it, 4v4 on your diamond side, you're going backside to the slant. If they give you 3 men or less to the diamond side, it's the now screen. I mean, it's beautiful, really, really well done on execution there, and a well-placed ball by Boogie on that slant.
Yeah, it's just a kind of a veteran move from Boogie to see that. He saw the 4, guys go out there and said, I know I got my one-on-one on the backside, and McCarty's going to win that a lot of times. Up. And your point is good. So with 11:39 left to go in the half, your score, Warriors 29, Trojans 0. We'll be back here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. Mark your calendars for Tuesday, October 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. It is the St. Michael High School Open House. Come tour our campus, meet our faculty and students, and see everything St. Michael has to offer. If you know a future Warrior, this is the perfect time to experience the spirit of our school community. Don't miss out. All right, we are back. Coach, love the awareness there of the move by the Terra defender to just go punch his middle linebacker square in the chest to get him to run out there.
You're supposed to go cover that quad. Here's a punch to the face mask.
That ball's down to the 5-yard line. Number one, run him out, usher him out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Doming and Darsham again. Been there together all night.
That's a great spot to put that. Jones just put it just to the outside of the hash, and that's where you want to force him to go to that sideline, and just basically you just cut the field down to that one little part on the kickoff.
Really well placed.
So it'll be first down, Trojans, with 11:30 left to go in the half.
And that's Ben Jones' second time this evening putting it inside the 5. He had one down to the 2, and that one just right there at the 5-yard line.
2-by-2 again from the Trojans. Inside handoff. A little success. Falling forward as a running back. He's going to take it out to looks like the 23. Brady Pat in on that tackle. So Brady Pat out there at his normal middle linebacker spot, or inside linebacker spot. Fake. And that's going to be a good gain out to the 30-ish yard line. That'll be first down, Trojans. Are we going to call that a read option, or are we just going to say he was that was just kind of stick it out there and just run a sweep?
I think it was just stick it out there and run a sweep.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know if there was much of a read on that play. So one of the few first downs tonight for Terra. They have it at their own 30. Inside handoff, but he's going to bounce it to the outside. Good job by Doming there to cut that off and force it back in. That was Jude Sherwood, number 82, on the tackle.
Some sophomores getting active out there for us tonight, Coach.
Yeah, well, Peyton Dawson is out tonight with an injury. Took an injury late in the game last week and is out today. So Sherwood is the guy that stepped in playing that end for him. And here comes the sweep. And nice job by Champ Williams again. And Cody Doming doing a good job of forcing it back to the inside. And Champ with,
I think that's his 4th tackle, 3rd TFL of the evening.
Wow, they're going to give him some yards on that, Coach. They're going to give him a couple yards. They're going to give him 2.
2?
Yeah, I'm really surprised they got that far. I didn't think he got
I didn't think there
to
was
that yard
progress
line.
like
I didn't
that.
think so either.
Week 2, Coach.
Yeah, you know.
All right, Warrior fans, it's third down.
big third down here for the Warriors.
Their line was not set.
And they're going to throw the completion. No flags, though. A lot of movement pre-snap, but no flags on that. That'll bring up 4th and 3. Ball is at the 37-yard line. They need the 40 for the first down.
I don't know that they have the freeze play in their bag, but you got to be looking for it.
Yeah, you want to make sure you don't jump off sides here. Pre-snap penalty here. There, they got the false start, so that'll back them up and make it a 4th and 8 now. Mayu's going to go back into the punt return. And Tara's gonna punt here. It's going to be number 24 back to punt again. He's kind of tried that, like you said, a little bit of a rugby-style punt on the first couple of punts.
And they only take the snap about 9-10 yards deep.
Oh, he dropped it, and Champ Williams falls on it. So that's the fumble recovery from Champ Williams. Coach, that ball just hit the punter right in the hands and just like it hit two bricks and just fell right down, and Champ was able to recover it. So first down, Warriors at the 28-yard line. Again, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsors here on the Warrior Broadcast Network, Long Law Firm, EBS, StreamPay, and Grounds Crew. So thanks for sponsoring us here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. If you are interested in sponsoring, my email address scrolling down on the screen, just send me an email and we can talk about getting you as a sponsor here. So that'll be offsides on Tara, free 5 yards, 1st and 5. Ball down to the 28-yard line. Trips to the short side, top of your screen, and Tara's got a lot of issues out there right now. Timeout, Tara, so we'll take a timeout with them. This is the Warrior Broadcast Network.
At StreamPay, we believe payroll is more than just numbers. It's about people. When you partner with us, you always know who you're working with. Real experts and real support. No call centers, no confusion. Just a trusted partner invested in your success. StreamPay, payroll made personal.
All right, we are back. Thanks for joining us out there on the Warrior Broadcast Network. I see we got former Warrior defensive coordinator Chuck Guidry in the chat, all the way from over in the Bay St. Louis. Hope Coach Guidry's enjoying his retirement. The Warriors will play 1st and 5. Yeah, I do. I know he is. Romero in the backfield. Hadn't seen Conti in a while, Coach.
Yeah.
They're just trying to give some other guys some work. Conti, last time he carried it, took a little bit of an awkward tackle. That was a toss outside. Romero could not beat the edge defender.
You also got number 4, Eli Miller, taking some practice snaps, getting his arm ready a little bit on the sideline. They might be going to the second platoon pretty early here if we can punch another one in.
Yeah, it's good. Like we talked about in pregame, great to build your depth and get some guys, make sure they have some experience just in case. Boogie pulls it. He's going to run it all the way back to the near side and then cuts all the way back, kind of wiggles his way forward. First down, Warriors. Not what you want to draw up as like a really perfectly run play right there. You're not gonna put that on your. This is perfect execution, but it just takes just athleticism. Was able to get that first down and get inside the 10. So it'll be first and goal now at the 9-yard line.
Playmaking ability there by Boogie. You're
That's
right.
what you love to see, man. Sometimes that's what it's about. Boogie going to take the snap, pitches it. Romero has the corner. Touchdown, Warriors. Gavin Romero takes it in from 9 yards out.
And that option,
Another one.
Coach, would be there all night if they chose to do it.
Yeah, because that defender out there is just basically running himself out of the play.
Yep.
Boogie's making a nice read, good pitch. Romero takes it in from 9 yards.
Here's Contine. Gave the young fella Romero a little shoulder bump on the sideline.
Yeah, Contine looks okay.
Yeah, smiling.
Probably
laughing.
a case of just wanting to get those other guys a little bit of work.
Yep.
Your senior running back. We're hoping that Deontay Campbell will be coming back here soon to add to the depth at running back. Right now that's got to be one of the more impressive positions that we have out there at that running back spot. So we'll take a hydration timeout here on the Warrior Broadcast Network with your score 35-0 here with 6 minutes left in the half. We'll be back, Warrior Broadcast Network. All right, we are back. Lining up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is no good. That was not the smoothest operation on the extra point right there. A little bit of an off snap. The hold was a little awkward, and kick was pushed to the left. So your score with now running clock of 5:30 is 35-0. We'll be back. All right, correction. That was the backup kicker, Nate Babin, on that. Like we got getting a couple of new guys in there. On that field goal try. Just a little off there for those young guys. But it'll be Ben Jones set to kick off.
Put a boot in it here, Ben.
And again, up by 35. We are in the running clock portion, so the clock will just continue to run no matter what for the rest of the game. Ben Jones, touchback. There it is. There it is. So first one of the year. Just a weapon, Coach. Just a weapon. So we got lots of subs going in on defense. We will do our best to pick up as many of those guys as we possibly can. Looks like up front you have number 34, Carson Debate, number 75, Cohen and Selmo. That looks like I think that's number 44, Cooper Hurst out there.
Looks like 80, Ty Matthews maybe.
Yeah, 80, Ty Matthews at linebacker.
Dylan Wright, number 21 at linebacker.
That's Brady Pat. Wright, Dylan's playing the little outside backer, and then with Sutton.
Yep.
Mayu back deep. It's free safety. Hand off inside. Pat is there. Makes the tackle. Looks like Bryce Wilson is your other defensive end. Out there at the corner spots is McCarty and Boyles. I did see Jack Boyles getting a little run over there as a defensive player.
Yeah.
Saw him last week get an unfortunate PI, which I didn't think was really a PI.
Agree.
They're going to go down the sideline
Boyles.
again. Good coverage from Boyles. That was perfect. He had his hand right in his hip pocket, saw the reaction of the receiver, then he stuck his hand out and forced the incompletion. Great job right there.
Great coverage. Yeah, and it looks like you got CJ and Champ kind of taking a breather here on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't know that you see those guys out there much more other than maybe on special teams.
I think McCarty here might only have a series or two left.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see a different corner out here very soon. Again, just working on that depth. We'll check down. Nice tackle by Dylan Wright.
Great tackle.
That is going to be enough for the first down.
Spot him right at the 30.
All right, first down at the 30-yard line for Tara. Hand off. Cooper Hurst with the TFL.
Great
just
play.
Split the block right there. Took him down back at the, see where there's spot. There's a flag on the field. Waiting on the white hat. See what the call is going to be. They're going to spot it at the.
It's on us. No?
Motion on Tara. So they're going to wave off the play, it looks like. Spot that penalty off back to the 25-yard line, so it'll replay first down.
Great play by Hurst there.
And the referees didn't really attempt a whole lot to kind of get that play stopped.
Yeah.
All right, they'll go back to their 2x2. First and 15. Clock is ticking down to 30 seconds. This will probably be the last play for Tara. They're going to throw the little inside slant incomplete. And that clock is ticking down 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're in the running clock period here.
Yeah, that's going to be it for the first half. As we will take it to the half here, as the Warriors are up big, 35-0 here at halftime. We'll be back. This is the Warrior Broadcast Network.
And that'll do it for the end of the first half. Your score, Warriors 35, Trojans 0. Welcome to our halftime entertainment. Tonight, we present with pride the Big Red Band from Warriorland. They are under the direction of drum major Chloe Clements. At this time, we want to direct your attention to the 50-yard line as our lovely dancers take the field. They are under the direction of coaches Jax Hill, Mary Richardson, Captain Lily Mouton, and co-captains Dylan Tate and Caroline Valerie. Please give it up for your St. Michael Warriorettes as they perform the hit song by the Silvers, Boogie Fever. Now, sit back and enjoy the music and drama of the Broadway and now cinematic hit, Wicked. Warriors for the second half.
All right, we are back. That was a great performance from the Big Red Band from Warrior Land with their halftime show. Coach, I mean, what can you say? Other than the turnover on the miscue on the handoff, there really wasn't much to look at negatively for the Warriors. They thoroughly dominated the first half. Obviously, the result on the scoreboard says that 35-0. Mostly on the ground. Boogie's got 2 touchdown passes, one on the little now screen, one on the slant to McCarty. I don't really know what else to say. The defense gets a safety, had a little bit of everything in that half.
Yeah, a little bit of everything is right. And you know what I'm looking forward to seeing in the second half is obviously some of these young bucks getting in the game and seeing what we've got in terms of some of our 2s and 3s and being able to see what they do in a real competitive varsity speed game. And so yeah, looking forward to that. And like you said, total domination, if you want to use that word, on all fronts here. It's looked really, really good, particularly on the ground. As an offense, I think has looked really strong. Contine, I think, is probably done for the evening. I don't think it's an injury or anything like that. I think, he just got plenty of reps in. The coaching staff feels confident in Romero and Sutton kind of picking up where Contine left off. And so, yeah, looking forward to seeing if we can continue that. And one of my biggest things that I'm interested to see as some of these 2s start to get in the game here is how do we look up front on both sides of the ball? Where do we look at? What do we look like in the trenches? Are we still able to run as effectively as we are with that first offensive line and with that second offensive line in?
Yeah, because what you're doing right now here in the second half, and there's going to be another, again, it's going to be a running clock for the rest of this game, is you're setting up the opportunity for some of these young guys to come in and lay a little bit of foundation. Maybe not for this year, but you never know. But definitely for next year.
Yep.
This is a smaller senior class. We don't have a lot of guys that are going to be leaving, but we'll have a lot of guys returning. But getting some of these guys in and giving them a taste of stepping on a varsity field and getting a few varsity reps can mean a lot for not only this year, but can mean a lot for moving forward into next year and the years beyond that with a very big sophomore group and freshman group. And here come the St. Michael Warriors to the sideline, getting ready to get the second half underway. And we will have the ball first. If I'm coach, I'm probably letting my guys know you need to be on some kind of squib, onside, something alert.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a very well executed something, but you got to be on alert for maybe something to happen.
I think you're exactly right.
Because if you're Tara, I mean, that's about the only chance you have to get back in the game is maybe create yourself another possession here to start this half and try to go put some points on the board to cut it. But, we do have that 5 touchdown lead. So it'll be Romero and Mayu back deep. But those 4 guys on that front line and then those 2 guys on the secondary line really need to be on alert.
Coach, I don't know that I asked you this. What are we officially calling the stadium?
Warrior Stadium.
Warrior Stadium?
Officially Warrior Stadium,
But
yep.
I saw somebody say something about the battleground or the battlefield.
Well, we kind of have termed the gym the battleground.
Okay.
But we've officially, Warrior Stadium, is for right now.
Got it.
All right. The officials are finally going to hand over the ball to kickoff man number 7. And he is absolutely setting up for an onside. He's got that thing teed down really low. He looks like it's pointing straight to the side, to the terrace, towards the terrace sideline. And they got six guys over there. The line drive, Squibber. And Romero picks it up, had his knees on the ground. That's really all you need to do right there. You don't want to try to do the scramble to try to pick that thing up and run with it. Just get on it. You're still going to have good field position. Warriors will have it. First down at the 35. We'll try to do our best to pick up kind of who the subs are going out there. If we miss somebody, I apologize.
Got Eli Miller leading the offense out here.
Yeah, Miller is going out. Looks like the number 1 offensive line is going to go out there. That's a good call. I like that from the offensive staff to give Eli a good little run here with the first offensive line. Eli Miller, number 4, is your quarterback. I believe that's Sutton in the backfield. Got a couple new receivers. Miller hands off to Sutton, and he gets taken down in the backfield for a loss. It's like you have Joe Bourgeois out there at receiver, number 16, number 19, Alex Mayu, and I believe that is number 31, Cole Valerie, a freshman out there at receiver. So loss of about 1. Miller tosses it. Sutton has the corner. I got submarined there a little bit by the corner. Sutton is not getting up. He's going to get up really slowly. That corner came and submarine right at around his knees and shins. He may have taken a helmet to the shin or something there and just needed a second to gather his thoughts and get up off the turf.
It's going to be a bruise tomorrow.
Yeah, we're down to 10 minutes. It'll be 2-by-2 here for the Warriors. Valerie's getting set. And it'll be
Tara jumped.
Nope, they're not calling it. They're gonna. Warriors are gonna take a timeout. They were kind of confused. Coach, I'm not real sure why they didn't call that offsides, but we'll take a timeout. This is Warrior broadcasting.
The 36th annual Warrior Golf Classic is happening Monday, November 3rd at Greystone Golf and Country Club. Registration opens at 8:30 a.m. with a 9:30 a.m. shotgun start. Sponsorships are available, so gather your team and come support the Warriors on the green. Log on to smhsbr.org to register today.
All right, we are back. Again, I want to thank those of you who are stuck with us, all 76 viewers right now. That is awesome.
There we go.
As the opener here in the regular season from Warrior Stadium. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. Single here is Joe Bourgeois. Check with me. Eli Miller, the junior quarterback. Gonna fake the toss, and he probably should have tossed it. They had a lot of room out here. Miller's helmet comes off, so he's gonna have to check out of the game, and that'll be an easy decision. Now the Warriors are gonna run the punt unit out. First punt of the day. As Miller wound up taking a loss there, kind of slipped and got driven down to the turf by one of the Trojan outside guys.
Got a hold of his helmet there.
Ben Jones, pretty good punt.
Good looking punt.
Ball is going to hit Doming in the top of the head at about the... they're going to come all the way back to about the 30-yard line. And that ball would have traveled maybe another 5 yards in the air if it hadn't hit Doming in the head.
Good kick.
Hit Doming in the dome.
We got
Oh,
Ron
Coach.
Swanson in the chat, Coach.
Coach, that was about a 35-yard punt right there. 37-yard punt.
And like you said,
Could have been a 40-yarder.
Yeah, in the air, and it looked like it was. You could have gotten a good bounce there.
Yeah, that thing was going to take off definitely inside the 20.
Great boot by Ben Jones.
Just unfortunate. Doman got hit in the dome. All right, lots of new faces out there on defense. Looks like Cole Valerie's also out there on defense.
Freshman going both ways.
Yeah, they got number 81 Cooper Torito playing corner.
False start.
Number 30 Ty Graves out there playing corner. Number 32 Zane Edwards in at linebacker. Your line is Debate, Hurst, Anselmo, and Wilson. And then Joe Bourgeois back at the free safety spot for the Warriors. And then Dylan Wright still out there at one of the outside backer spots. Ron Swanson, man.
Sweep outside.
Pat tried to bring him down, and the quarterback's just going to take it out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Ryan Kennedy in the chat. Ron Swanson says Warrior Field looks great. Man, it really does. And not only does the field look great, the stadium looks great. I wish that you guys could see the view from the other side of the field towards the home stands.
They are packed, man. They're packed.
Packed. And we have seating from end zone to end zone. Concession lines were packed. Me and Coach Saylor went down there earlier. Just awesome to see.
Quarterback sweep again. Dylan Wright, good job of forcing back in, but that's going to be enough for the first down from the Trojans. Luke Rodriguez, number 56, and Grayson Rollins, number 84, checked in just now. And we have an official timeout for hydration, so we will take a timeout with them here in the Warrior Broadcast Network. We'll be back.
That time again, hydration timeout.
Mark your calendars for Tuesday, October 22nd from 4 to 7 p.m. It is the St. Michael High School Open House. Come tour our campus, meet our faculty and students, and see everything St. Michael has to offer. If you know a future Warrior, this is the perfect time to experience the spirit of our school community. Don't miss out.
Play. It'll be first and 10. All the Trojan 42-yard line.
All right, we are back. It'll be first down for Tara at the 42. Two receivers each side. Hand off. Number 7 now the running back. He's going to barrel forward. Coach, he's a pretty impressive runner.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's been playing a little quarterback. Now he's shifted to the running back spot.
He's their kicker. He's their punter.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to need a ice bath after this game.
Yeah, I think so.
And they got size up front. I mean, all 5 of their offensive linemen are
big dudes.
Are big guys. 24 is an impressive looking kid. Low snap, cut back number 4, going to get swarmed over by several Warriors. I think Rodrigue was there along with Brady Pat making the play. Comes Wilson in for Debate. Third and 9 now for the Trojans. Yeah, we went down to the concession stand, and they were They were selling like wildfire down there.
Yeah.
I mean, long line at halftime. Quarterback pulls it down. Pursuit. Pat gonna sling him out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down.
And 21, Dylan Wright, sophomore, been around the ball a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of kind of forcing things out there. Number 60, Larry Baez, just checked in at defensive tackle spot. And Mayu going to go back deep. Looks like they're going to punt. They just need to just play defense. Just don't touch the ball. Just stay away from it. The old Peter call. And fair caught by Mayu. Good job. Be first down Warriors from that spot. And we'll be back here in just a minute. It's the Warrior Broadcast Network. And we are back. That'll be Miller. Handoff. That's Edwards in the pistol. Edwards right up the middle, churning for some yards. Good job right there by Zane Edwards.
Yeah.
Edwards kind of doubling as a super back and a running back. It's like you got Brody Osborne out there for the Warriors at receiver. Seth Darsom out there at receiver. Your super back is Grant Baldwin. This Baldwin who played a ton last week. You know, and the Warriors been in that 4 receiver look mostly this week without the super back. Baldwin getting out there, getting a little run. Nice play there by the defensive lineman from Tara taking down Edwards after not much of a gain. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4. Miller fakes it. Nice little toss to Baldwin. Hit him right square in the hands, and he had a lot of room to run. That was a nicely placed ball from Miller.
Good play call, good execution.
Yeah, just could not catch it. And now we're ticking down right now under 110. Again, that running clock. Take a quick shout out, or chance to shout out our sponsors, Long Law Firm, EBS, Stream Pay, and the Grounds Crew. Thanks for sponsoring us. Again, if you're interested in sponsoring the Warrior Broadcast Network, my email address is scrolling down there on the ticker on the bottom of your screen. Hit me up. We can talk about sponsorship opportunities.
Good kick,
and
Ben.
Another nice kick by Ben Jones. And Tara's going to just, like, stay right next to it.
Ill-advised.
I mean, there were 3 Tara Trojans that were just inches from letting that ball hit him in the foot.
You'd have thought they were trying to down it.
And all right, a couple more subs in there. You got number 33 at corner, Finn Stromberg. Brody Osborne back at safety. Number 6, Grayson Stromberg at the other corner. So you got the Stromberg brothers out there at the 2 corners. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score, Warriors 35, Trojans 0. So we'll be back in just a minute. This is Warrior Broadcast Network.
Welcome to Grounds Crew, a locally owned landscape company that makes your outdoor dreams come to life. Whether you need your lawn looking its best, want to create a stunning garden oasis, or just dreaming of the perfect outdoor play area, we've got you covered. Looking for more privacy and security? We offer professional fence installations to frame and protect your outdoor space. Looking for more sitting area for the family? We install custom patios to meet your expectations. At Grounds Crew, we specialize in landscaping, fencing, lighting, maintenance, and more. It's time to elevate your outdoor experience. Call us today at 225-333-8582 or visit us at groundscrew.com to schedule your consultation. Grounds Crew, where we make your outdoor space extraordinary.
And we are back. Big gainer from the Trojans. Stromberg runs him down. Big gainer there from the Trojans. Sutton checking in. Outside run. And leverage lost. And Tara's gonna take it in for the touchdown. They just took that sweep again around the wide side. The Warriors weren't able to get to it. Tara's gonna go for two here. Hand off, they're going to go to the sweep again, and they're going to get in for the two-point conversion. That'll make it with 10 minutes and running. Your score, Warriors 35, Trojans 8. We'll be back.
Warriors 35, Trojans 8.
All right, we are back. Join us upcoming here on the Warrior Broadcast Network. We got a big one coming up on Tuesday from the Battleground. Big volleyball matchup as the volleyball team is going to host St. Joseph's Academy, kind of being dubbed the Battle of Baton Rouge. And Jeff, check this one out. We talked about this last year, and I think we aired it on the broadcast after this happened last year. But the losing principal is going to take another pie to the face. So last year the Warriors went over to St. Joseph's and beat the Red Stickers, and Mr. Cavalier got to pie the St. Joseph's principal. So hopefully we get to see that again.
Yeah.
Mayu up the middle. Mayu taking it. Got to beat. 30, 20. 10, touchdown, Warriors taking it. Alex Mayu, the kickoff return, touchdown.
And Coach, I'm going to give you credit here. You said it during the scrimmage. You said I'm waiting for Alex Mayu. I predicted Alex Mayu's taking one to the house this year. I love the way he runs, and he did.
He didn't even have to make a cut. Like, he just took it, hit it, and just went.
Yeah.
Like, there was really not a whole lot to it. The only cut he really made was right at the end just to avoid that one last guy. I tell you what, Mighty Mouse can pick him up and put him down.
That's right.
All right, going out to attempt the point after. That is number 28, Dylan Raffray. going out to attempt the point after. I think they're missing a few guys, Coach.
Yep.
Yeah, they're missing. Doug Kelly gonna have to run out there.
That's often the problem when you go to 2s and 3s is that you usually don't have a full platoon of 2 and 3s to run your special teams units. So you get a couple of those guys that are.
Rafferay is up and good. Nice job by Rylan Rafferay. So with 7, let's say 05 and running, Walia's 42, Trojans 8. We'll be back.
Warriors 42. Trojans 8.
All right, we are back. Warriors going to kick it off. But again, that volleyball match on Tuesday against SJ. And then next Friday, we're going to take our show on the road over to Estruma High School to, as they call it, the reservation.
Yep.
Up there in North Baton Rouge. Go take on the Estruma Indians.
Who's their coach now?
I don't know. It was the former coach is now the mayor. You don't often say that you're about to go play a team and their former coach is now the mayor of the mayor president of the city and the parish.
Yeah,
so it's pretty unique.
So they will have a first-year head coach. We'll figure out who that is before next week.
Yep. So we'll head up on over there to the reservation. Been there before. Played a few good games there over the course of the years. Seen some pretty impressive athletes over there. Le'Veon Moss, Kyrie Paul, who was there for the last couple years.
Where did Kyrie end up going?
I'm not sure. I don't. I think maybe Southeastern, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that one.
I'm trying to figure that out. Man, he was a good back. I remember watching him his sophomore year and us looking at each other saying, man, that kid.
Dynamic athlete.
Can play. Yeah, Southeastern. 5'9", $175. He can fly, though, Coach.
Yeah, he can pick him up and put him down. All right, Ben Jones gonna. Last time, Coach Ben Jones put that ball in the end zone. See if he can get a hold of one here. Line drive. It's gonna skip. That's gonna skip into the end zone.
Come on.
And it just sneaks into the end zone.
Wow.
Those two Terra returners ran back to that ball, and they started panicking
looked at
when
each
that
other.
thing started slowing down. They almost went down there to go pick that thing up.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, that could have been a 65-yard onside kick.
Yep, that would have been a disaster for Terra. So we're now about to be under 5 minutes here. A couple other guys getting in there. Like number 47, Lincoln Ross, over here as a cornerback.
Freshman.
Can't tell. We got a new free safety in there. Got
83, Lucas Sampson's in there.
Sampson. Handoff, going to take it outside. Nice step up to take that hit. That was Dylan Wright. Just couldn't quite wrap him up, but he slowed him down enough for the pursuit to get there.
Looks like you got number 89, Landon Fontenot, another freshman at safety.
Fontenot at free safety. I can't tell. Who's that on the far side? Is that number 41, Brock Mathern at the opposite corner? That's 46, Ivan Okwan as one of the inside backers. Trying to see if we got a couple new guys on the defensive line. I think that's number 66, Mason Graves out there.
Is that 58, Seth Kimball?
No, I don't think. I think it's 56, Luke Rodrigue.
56. Yep.
Pressure getting put on. He dumps it into the flat. Matthews was there. A couple Warriors hanging on for dear life. And that's going to be short of a first down on the completion.
86, Rex Lemoyne checking in.
Yeah, Rex Lemoyne, number 59. Caleb Burns out there. Zane Edwards back in at linebacker. Coach, while we'll take a second here and just get to this next. We'll shout out in a second. Boy, Coach, they were not set at all. There's a lot of room out there to that
And there's a
far
hold.
side. Yeah, there's going to be a hold there. The referee couldn't ignore that.
Yeah.
Several Warriors. Coach, literally every Warrior except Dylan Wright was pursuing over there to make that play. All 10 except Dylan Wright.
And that's because he was standing on the near side sideline.
Yes.
Great pursuit.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. I want to give a shout-out to our crew tonight here producing and helping out. Again, the straw that stirs the drink, Ms. Brittany Watkins, thank you.
Yep.
Doing like quadruple duty here, coaching our camera people on the shots.
3 camera
This
angles
is
tonight.
students doing all the cameras. You know, great job our students in the broadcasting club. Could not do this without them. Allowing us to use 3 different camera angles here tonight in our own stadium to open things up. That's just awesome to be able to do.
You got number 66. I think that's Mason Graves checking in.
Yeah, they're going to just
freshman.
heave one up, down. Brock Mathern, nice play
Hey.
by Brock Mathern. He was going up against a receiver who is probably an entire head taller than he is.
Yep.
But he used the leverage to just get up there, put that hand up just like you taught. He had the hand riding right along the hip, got up, perfect position. Great job right there by Brock Mathern.
Yep.
And we saw another great technique. Jack Boyles a little while ago did that in the end of the second quarter. Some good technique right there from a couple of defensive backs. And it'll be Mayu back there to return. And don't throw the flag. They're not going to throw it. Mayu fumbles it. And he did not call for the fair catch. And that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, it looks like he caught it and moved his eyes down, getting ready to return, and coughed it up. All right, Coach, quick question for you.
All right.
Score prediction tomorrow, LSU, Florida.
27-20 Tigers.
Okay, close one. I like it. I'm going.
I'm gonna take Florida in the points, and I'm gonna take the under.
I like the under a lot. I'm going 27-17 Tigers.
27-17. All right. I like that.
Hold us accountable.
Yep. Yeah. Just and we'll probably be wrong. Hopefully the Tigers still win. I just want the Tigers to win. I'm not really worried about my score prediction. But that'll do it. 000 is hitting. Warriors win 42-8 to go 2-0 on the season, 1-0 in District 6 4A. Jeff, not a whole lot. We think we kind of talked about most of the stuff. The second half, all running clock. We saw some younger guys get in there, make a few plays. Total performance from the Warriors tonight. Great job of going 2-0, exactly where you want to be at this point of the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and looking forward to getting back out there next week, week 3 at Struma. Opportunity to start 3-0.
Yeah, and so, again, join us Tuesday. big volleyball matchup. I will be on the call. The St. Joseph's Red Stickers coming to the battleground to take on the Warrior volleyball team. 6 o'clock time for the varsity game. And then join us here on the Warrior Broadcast Network on the Gridiron next Friday as we take on the Estruma Indians over at the reservation. But, again, Jeff, I enjoyed it, man. Home opener of the stadium. 41 years in the making. We are here. It happened. And it's going to be here for a long time. We get to enjoy this for the rest of the season.
Beautiful, baby. Beautiful.
Absolutely. So, again, on behalf of my partner, Jeff Vaccaro, class of 2015, myself, Coach Craig Saylor, voice of the Warriors, the administration, faculty, and staff of St. Michael High School, we want to wish you, as always, good night, God bless, and go Warriors.